El Museo Nacional de Kenya, fundado en 1910 y situado en Nairobi, es una institución de renombre que sirve como custodio de la vasta historia natural y cultural de Kenia y África Oriental. Su colección abarca desde fósiles prehistóricos hasta artefactos históricos y culturales que reflejan la diversidad étnica del país. Además, el museo presenta una amplia gama de artefactos tradicionales, herramientas y arte que ilustran la rica herencia cultural de las diversas comunidades étnicas de Kenia. Más que un simple repositorio de objetos antiguos, el Museo Nacional de Kenia es un centro dinámico de investigación, educación y difusión cultural. Atrae a visitantes de todo el mundo con sus exposiciones permanentes, así como eventos especiales, conferencias y actividades educativas. A través de su labor, el museo despierta el interés en la historia y la biodiversidad de África Oriental, promoviendo el entendimiento y el aprecio por la rica herencia cultural y natural de la región.
My name is Rosemary, and you are most welcome to Nairobi Museum. Nairobi Museum is a place of discovery. You discover about nature, culture, history of Kenya, and also art. So the museum was established in 1910 by a group of naturalists who had collected material and needed a space to store them. So the first location was in the city center. But due to increase in collection of material, the space there became too small, and they had to move to a new location, which is the current Serena Hotel, and that was in 1922. But in 1929, the colonial government allocated this place for construction of a bigger museum, and it was officially opened to the public in 1930. It was named the Corridon Museum, and Corridon was one-time British governor of Nairobi between 1922 and 1925. He was also a naturalist who had ambition of having a natural history museum and library for Nairobi. So it was until our independence in 1963, the name changed to Nairobi National Museum. In 2005, this place was closed for a major refurbishment. It took a period of 3 years and was reopened to the public in 2008. So the results are fabulous. Nairobi Museum has both permanent and temporary exhibitions. And we have about 13 galleries. So this is the whole of Kenya, but it introduces all the galleries. And most significant is this centerpiece of gourds. And this is a collection from the 42 communities of Kenya. Gourds are from a plant. When they are young, they look like pumpkins, but they are hollow with a lot of seeds. So they can be used as musical instruments. If you chop the top of a gourd, it forms a container or a vessel for storage of milk, blood, water, grains, and the big ones can be used for brewing beer. So the decoration of these gourds showcases different artistic styles from different communities. Welcome to the Gallery of Cycles of Life, and this gallery showcases stages of human life from childhood through youth, adult, and death. So among the Kenyan communities, when a baby is born, is considered a stranger until the day it is given a name. Naming depends on the season the baby is born, time, and at times they are named after prominent personalities like politicians. Others are named after wild animals, and others are named after departed relatives. So normally it was the responsibility of elders to determine the name. And they offered sacrifices of animals, sheep, goats, and even chickens. Once the name was determined, the child was fully welcomed into the community. And nowadays it is a bit different. For Christians, they take kids to churches, they are baptized. Now the youth stage is a time when young people spend most of their time out in the field, spear fighting, learning how to fish, how to hunt, and it is also the stage they went through initiation. This was between age 12 and 16 years. And different communities practice different initiations. There are those ones who carried out body scarification. Others removed the front lower teeth, 6 of them. Others would make earlobes, and the others circumcised. So after initiation, these people were welcomed home with a celebration whereby people drank beer, they played musical instruments, and the elderly people, like among the Maasais, would attend the ceremony wearing a headgear made from lion skin to symbolize bravery. So after initiation, it was now a stage for marriage. And marriage was arranged by the 2 families of a girl and a boy. If they agreed to marry off their children, then exchange of gifts was observed. They would exchange gifts like grains, milk, blood, honey, and even snuff. But they negotiated bride price in form of cows, goats, and sheep. And married people had special symbols of power and status and authority in the community. So whenever they attended a function, the one was required to put on one of the married symbols. And every household had the items for daily chores, like storage of water, milk, honey. There were those ones, if they were fishermen, they used to have fish traps. And a married couples in their house, they partitioned it. And like in the bedroom, a visitor was not allowed in the bedroom. That was treated special. It was only a place for procreation. And very important things like medicine man stuff could be kept in the bedroom. And during leisure time, adult people would sit and snuff tobacco, drink beer, and also play musical instruments. That was, again, the time they talked too much about death, because they felt like any time one would die of old age. And it is also the time they made a will. It was not a written one, but a verbal one. Like, oh, when I die, I want my first son to take over my inheritance. Things like that. And then we have a death section. And now people, after they die, they believe that they go up to the sky to live with God. So there is no death like forever. And so we normally have traditional cemeteries. If a person dies, we plant a stamp at the grave site. And since we believe in life after death, we have to feed the dead using the meals we eat on daily basis. So we have to pour some portion at the grave post just to appease the dead. Otherwise, people start having nightmares, being disturbed. But nowadays, people are laid to rest in special way. They're buried in cemeteries. There's a newspaper advertisement and memorial stone in place. But still, that is not the end of life. With a newborn baby who could be named after departed relative, life continues, and so cycles of life.
La historia de los animales en Kenia se remonta a milenios atrás, cuando las vastas llanuras y selvas de esta región africana estaban pobladas por una diversidad asombrosa de vida salvaje. Los pueblos indígenas como los masáis han coexistido con la vida silvestre durante siglos, desarrollando una relación intrínseca con la tierra y los animales que la habitan. Sin embargo, la colonización europea, la expansión agrícola y la urbanización han amenazado los hábitats naturales, poniendo en peligro a especies emblemáticas como el león y el elefante.
Welcome to Mammals Gallery. In this gallery is where life after death begins, because these animals live longer than when blood circulated in their system. And the first mammals appeared on Earth 220 million years ago. Then dinosaurs had dominated the Earth, and they used to have small bodies like shrews. So this gallery has 4 themes: evolution in mammals, locomotion in mammals, feeding, and defense mechanism. So the centerpiece consists of some of the touristic animals, but most significant here is the big skeleton of elephant there with the long tusks. When alive, that was the only wildlife that received protection from the Kenya government. In late 1960s, poaching had become a challenge. So the residents of Mount Marsabit, where it was found, approached the first president of Kenya and requested for security of this animal. So the president assigned 2 rangers to protect it day and night until the time it died in 1974 of natural causes. And thereafter, the government tasked National Museums of Kenya to preserve the remains for future generations to see. Each of the tusks there weighs 68 kilograms, but the heaviest in history weighed 105 kilograms each. So the lifespan for elephant is between 60 and 65 years. They grow 6 sets of teeth, and every 10 years they lose a set of teeth 6 times. When they are on the last set and cannot feed on 300 kilograms of food per day, they are likely to starve and die. So there are 2 types of elephants. The African elephant, it has the ear which resembles the map of Africa, and the Asian elephant is much smaller. So locomotion in mammals depends on their habitats. There are mammals which swims in water. We have hippopotamus, dolphins, spot-necked otter, muskrat, and marsh mongoose. And there are those ones which move underground, like Adivac. Adivac has strong claws adapted for digging burrows, but is only mammal with the longest tongue. It is sticky. It feeds on termites. There is also naked mole rat. It has strong incisor teeth. It uses to dig burrows and can live up to 30 years. That's a mole. Then there are those mammals which runs and hops. Like a cheetah is the fastest runner, but gets tired very fast. Clip springer hops on the rocks, mostly found in mountainous areas. It has pointed hooves. They are very soft. They act as shock absorbers, enhancing movements. And then there are climbers. Climbers are characterized by long tail, and that is what gives them balance on trees. So these are mammals like the brother monkey, giant squirrel, potter, and African civet. And there are also mammals that fly and some glide, like flying squirrel, glide from the top of the tree to the ground and not the other way around. But birds do fly because of webbed wings. Then in feeding section, we have herbivores like mountain gorillas. Gorillas, we do not have them in Kenya. They are found in thick forests of Uganda, Congo, and Rwanda. So they are our relatives. We have the same dental formula, only that they have big teeth with a crested head because it survives on tough plant materials, and the crest anchors muscles during chewing. Then there are pigs like warthog. Warthogs are very forgetful animals. They can, they can notice a predator, runs away, all of a sudden forgets and come back into a trap. So that's how they are easily killed. The bush pigs feeds on short grasses and on their knees because they lack the neck. Those are herbivores. And then omnivores are like chimpanzees, our closest relative. We have the same DNA, 98%. Vervet monkeys, these are very social animals. And the olive baboons. Then there are those ones which are the carnivores, like hyena. It feeds on remains, but can also kill weak animals, like the sick ones, young and old. There's a jackal, which is in the family of dogs, and serval cat, yes, which is in the family of cats, and the leopard. Leopards are nocturnal and are good climbers, especially when they make a kill, they take high up the tree to avoid the scavengers like hyenas clearing their meat, or rather the food they have acquired. And then there's king of the jungle, the lion or Simba. That one protects marked territory, but can kill animals twice its weight. Mostly females do hunting, and in case a female get killed and they had children, he'd kill the children and begin another family. So mammals have also evolved features for defense and offense. And there are two types of defense in mammals, chemical and physical. So in physical, like big animals, they use their horns because they fight through wrestling, stabbing, and clashing. And for those ones which use chemicals, like striped weasel, when attacked, it produces stink gas that one cannot withstand, like a skunk. And there's also crested rat. That one gets toxin from plants. And so when it is attacked, it releases that toxin. It has also stripes which are believed to be poisonous. Yeah. And more so swells into a bigger size and it becomes scary. Yes.
A pesar de estos desafíos, Kenia ha liderado la conservación de la vida silvestre, estableciendo parques nacionales y reservas naturales que protegen extensas áreas de hábitats naturales. Lugares emblemáticos como el Parque Nacional de Masai Mara y el Parque Nacional de Tsavo son refugios para la vida silvestre y destinos turísticos populares, generando ingresos vitales para la economía del país. Aunque enfrenta nuevos desafíos como el cambio climático y la caza furtiva, Kenia sigue comprometido con la protección de su rica diversidad de vida silvestre para las generaciones futuras.